Hello everyone, this is full story of The Tunnel That Wasn't There. All parts are combined, and enjoy. Like and subscribe.
The Tunnel That Wasn't There. I've worked at a printing warehouse for 5 years, and the worst part isn't the noise or the paper cuts, it's the night shift. The place is surrounded by old forest, and the bus only comes every hour. So one night, dead tired and impatient, I decided to take a shortcut. There's this path behind the warehouse that cuts straight to the main road. I'd seen workers use it sometimes, but it always freaked me out because halfway in, there's a big concrete tunnel under the old railway line. I never used it, not until that night. The forest was dead quiet. No wind, no insects. My footsteps sounded way too loud. When I reached the tunnel entrance, something felt wrong. It was colder than the air outside. My breath came out white, like it was winter inside. But I just wanted to get home. Halfway through the tunnel, I heard footsteps behind me. Slow, heavy, matching my pace. I turned around. Nothing. But the steps kept going. I decided to walk faster. The steps walked faster. I ran. They ran. But when I finally reached the other side and turned back, the tunnel was gone. Just thick forest, like it never existed. I thought maybe I was just exhausted, hallucinating. But when I came back the next day with 2 coworkers to show them the missing tunnel, it was there. Perfectly normal. Concrete, graffiti, puddles, everything. They laughed at me, said I was sleep-deprived. Maybe I was. But that night, the same bus was late again. And again, I ended up walking near the path. And again, I felt that coldness. This time, I didn't go in. I just stood near the entrance, staring into the darkness. And then a voice from inside said, "You dropped something." It said my name, perfect pronunciation, perfect tone. It sounded like someone was just a few feet inside the tunnel. I hadn't dropped anything. I turned and sprinted back to the warehouse, heart punching my ribs. When I looked back, there was a figure standing just at the tunnel's mouth, still, tall, watching. I couldn't focus at work. Everything felt off. Every sound echoed too much. So during our break, I grabbed the old warehouse CCTV monitor, the one that shows the forest trail for security reasons. I rewound to the exact time I'd walked past the tunnel. At first, it looked normal, just me walking. Then, the tunnel on camera went completely black. Not darkness black, nothing black, like the pixels were dead. Then something stepped out of the darkness, a tall shape, unproportional, limbs too long, head tilted as if it was listening to something only it could hear. I watched myself on screen completely unaware as the figure followed me out of the tunnel. No footsteps, no movement sound, just gliding. Then the creature stopped, turned to look directly into the camera, and its face, if it even had one, blurred the entire frame like corrupted video. The feed cut off. When it returned, the tunnel was gone, even in the recording. I stopped taking the shortcut, stopped working night shift when I could, but the weird things didn't stop. Sometimes I'd glance out the warehouse windows during lunch and see the tunnel in places it shouldn't be, like it had moved closer. Once it was behind the employee parking lot. Another time it was near the loading bay. Nobody else saw it, or maybe they didn't look long enough. One night, the power went out. Emergency lights flickered red. Something slammed against the back exit, hard enough to shake dust from the ceiling. At first, I thought it was an animal. Then a voice came through the door, soft but echoing like it came from a huge, empty space. "You still haven't come back." It was the same voice, calling my name again, dragging out syllables, almost tasting them. I lifted my phone to record, but the moment I hit the button, the banging stopped. When I opened the door, heart in my throat, the tunnel was right outside the building, closer than ever. I went to HR the next day and quit. Didn't give a reason. I didn't care. I just needed distance. But the tunnel didn't care about distance. Last night, I was at home, 30 kilometers away, when I heard it again. A low echo from my living room wall. "You still owe me a visit." My house got cold, breath-visible cold, and the wall, the paint began cracking in a perfect arced shape, a tunnel entrance forming slowly. I packed a bag. I'm writing this from a motel 2 towns over. The wall here started to frost up too, just a small patch, but growing. I think it's following me. I think it's always been able to. And I know, it doesn't want to chase me. It wants me to come back. If this post ends suddenly, if I disappear, if I stop replying, you'll know why. Because sometimes shortcuts don't save time. They just show you where you're meant to go. And something in that tunnel thinks I belong there.